day. You know, it's funny. I do always plan to be here at 7 a.m. on the dot, but that doesn't always happen. I'm kind of working upstairs, prepping a lot of my images for the art fair, and so in the morning I haven't been coming straight down here. Only because everything, if I had all those papers out down here, I would get really, it would get really, really messy. So I have taken over the kitchen table. I should take a picture of it. It is packed full of images. And I will be doing a little video flip through of all the work that I've got, but I feel like it's going to be a really long one, so I may split it up into like portraits and landscapes and still lives. Anyway, there is a lot, but I'm getting it all organized. I'm naming them, I'm mounting them, and they're all going to be in plastic sleeves. And this is in addition to a lot of the canvases that I will be bringing as well. And I just figured out the hanging system, so I think I'm going to be good for hanging and stuff. I just want to pick up a few little tables to be able to put like boxes of work on, because I was going to get one of those, you know, the print display things, but I don't think that's going to work because these are all like 8 by 10. They're not huge, so, or some of them are huge. Hi Leslie, hi C, hi Meryl, good morning. We had a really fun afternoon yesterday. Oh, I just want to put this to the side because I want to show you this in a minute. A really fun afternoon or morning painting Algeria. It's a beautiful, beautiful country and has this really like dry terrain, but the light is gorgeous. This one, my daughter has claimed this one, our eldest daughter. You know, when your kids don't really say too much about your art, but then they comment and then they say which ones they actually like, then I'm like, okay, I'm going to put that one to the side, because I feel like she doesn't really comment too much on my stuff. I know that she likes it, but it's the same with my brother and my sister, and you know, when they like something and they say they like it, it's like, then I'm like, okay, then I will give that to them. So oh, I have a little bit of a problem. I have a piece that is completely stuck to, yeah. Oh, talking about scraps, there's a little bit of a idea going on in my head right now. Because I've been cleaning up my work, I thought, why don't we do a session this week and do an abstract concertina, like just a small one, but bring all your scrap papers and I'll set a kind of a theme, maybe either interiors or still life or something like that, or just some random images, and then we can pull out our scraps and create almost like little images from those. I thought that would be a nice paint and draw. Oh, Patty says, what happened to showing your books? I didn't know that you wanted me to show my books in September. I can still show books. I have lots of books to show. Yeah, so anyway, so that's what I'm thinking for this week's paint and draw. I've gathered a whole bunch of images that I don't want anymore and I'm going to scrap. And so I thought cutting those up, even if we do like a little fun challenge, like you bring your scraps and I have like a pick and mix and I say, cut it into 5 pieces and rearrange, cut some circles out and rearrange, or something like that. I thought that would be kind of nice. Oh, this one's stuck as well. So anything like sketches or things like this, like this is fun to play with, right, and to add. But I wanted to show you Michelle Carson, who came to my Oaxaca. She has an Instagram and I will tag her when I post this today. She has an Instagram and she does a lot of art. I think she's going to go back to get her teachers this year. But she came to Oaxaca and she took a lot of the... Is Leslie here? Yeah, Leslie's here. She took a lot of the posters that were stuck on the walls, because a lot of people, they put propaganda and, you know, concerts and anything, flyers on the walls in Oaxaca, and they use like wallpaper paste to put it up. So eventually it starts peeling off, and she works a lot with found objects and papers. And so this is Oaxaca walls from Oaxaca. Anyway, she creates little postcards. Aren't they pretty? So she sent me that the other day, which was really nice. All right. Today, and I just wanted to bring that up because I'm doing an image of Oaxaca. Let me just put this on Do Not Disturb, and there we go. I think this is Susan's, right? I think this is Susan's. Susan is here, and she is a huge fan of Oaxaca as well, and has been a couple of times. Good morning, Joanne. Hi, Patty. Oh, Patricia says, yes, it's a fantastic idea about the books. Okay, well, I do have a book that I could show you, which I recently got, and I haven't read it yet, so maybe that's not a good idea. I can just grab one. I have, this one is beautiful. This is a huge one, another favorite of mine. Everything and Everywhere. I don't know if I've showed you this one. It's a fact-filled adventure for curious globetrotters. Yeah, let me show you this one. So, as you know, I love picture books. But this is really for world travelers as well. And little facts, like how many cats live in Cairo, how many languages are spoken in New York. And kind of goes from from the different continents, and shows you different little facts. It's beautiful. Like really a very special book. Somebody has had a lot of fun creating this book, and actually it's Mark Martin is the artist who has created this book, so you can look him up. Yeah, so little fun facts. The Gobi Desert, approximately 500,000 square miles, and Asia's largest desert. I love the little mustaches. Good morning, Reb. Good morning, good morning. So, I haven't seen any of his other books. I should probably go searching for them because I really, really love it. The most common names in Iceland are John and Anna. That's funny. And skyr, a yogurt cheese-like food eaten for breakfast, as a snack, or as a sauce. We used to eat it for breakfast in Denmark. I know that it is Finnish, but they had it in Denmark. We had Uma, which was like a yogurt, a little bit almost like a mix between yogurt and kefir. It was really good with brown sugar on. It would just melt. Yeah. It's really very well done, and it's one of those books that you can just sit down with and have a cup of coffee or a cup of tea and learn some facts about our world that we live in. I mean, they don't go everywhere, but they go, oh, when did I buy this? Let's have a look. This was bought, I didn't realize I had this in here, in 2018. And there's still so much to explore. So yeah, I would like to look and see where else or what else he has. The cover is really lovely too. It's like there's a little bit, it's like embossed in some areas and raised in some others. I don't know if you can see that. It's very, it feels really great. I really like it. There you go. There's my book for today. Thanks, Patty. I'll put that in the Instagram description as well, so you can go back. Joanne says, back again, but catch COVID on the train and got pretty ill. Oh no, Joanne. Oh goodness. I feel like when I travel over to Italy, I need to wear a mask everywhere. Is that going to be weird? Not like when I'm there, but like leading up to it, I'm like, I do not want to get sick. Okay, so beautiful image. Thank you, Susan, for the image. I know exactly where this is, and can't wait to go back in February. Yay! I'm so excited. Okay, so I think I do have a blue, which I was gonna... Was it this one that I was going to take for that? No, that can't be it. But I do have some other blues. If not, I'm just going to have to... Was it this one? I think it was this one. Okay. Maybe. We'll work with this one. That's fine. We can work with this one. I may do I had my acrylics out yesterday and it was really nice, so maybe I'll do acrylics. This is very satisfying when you have a paint palette and you can just peel the paint off. So if you missed it, we're going to have a paint and draw session, which will be a collage and cut session this week. I have to figure out a time. I'd like to have it during the week, but it's already Tuesday, so let's see if that works. But I know that some people can make it, they can make it, it's better for them during the week, but some people are better during the weekend. We also discussed doing a Sunday early morning one, but then the West Coast wouldn't be able to get to it. Maybe I'll do two, because we were thinking of doing a concertina with scraps, a scrap concertina. Oh, Leslie says, oh, I love this book for the grandkids and for me. See, that's what you need to do, is build a little library for when the grandkids come over, but you can enjoy it as well. I think that's perfect, right? That's how you should do it. All right, I'm going to keep that, put it in my scrap pile, and let's get some, I'm going to get some acrylics out today. Why not? Let's get messy. Where's my blue? Here's my blue, and here's my white. Okay, so I'll bring back the book a day, because yeah, I definitely have enough books to get through. And I have a couple of others which, like I said, I recently purchased, and I honestly, I haven't had time to even open them up, so I need to get to those. Okay, coffee, very important. How do you guys take your coffee in the morning? And do you have coffee or do you have tea? We've asked this many a times, but I'd like to know again. And it's the 16th of September. I feel like today is a day where it's somebody's birthday. Oh goodness. That almost disappeared. I have a list of birthdays, but I don't have anyone in September. But did you know it was Bess Spencer's birthday the other day? And I did not know that. So that was it the 12th or the 13th or the 14th? Anyway, my coffee tastes weird. I think it could be my friend Natalie's birthday today. So Natalie, if you are watching, let's see, the 16th of September. I think it's also my friend Suzanne's birthday today. Reb says coffee if my boyfriend is up, tea if it's just me. I drink black coffee at home, and if I go out and I'm at like a coffee shop, usually I'll get a chai tea latte. And actually in Oaxaca it was don't. Yeah, I've got so many books. In Oaxaca, it was a dirty chai. I don't know if you've ever had a dirty chai. Sounds a little bit raunchy, doesn't it? A dirty chai. But yeah, anyone had a dirty chai before? I did not know they existed, and I love chai tea, and I like the oomph of the coffee, the boost. Dirty chai is delicious, Reb said. Yeah, isn't it? And I didn't realize, but I can also ask for it here in Canada. Like, I'll just go in, and some baristas will know about it. And if they don't know about it, I just say it's a chai with a shot of espresso. Happy birthday to your mum, Leslie. She would have been 100 years old today. Aww. 16th of September. I feel like there's a lot of good people born on the 16th of September. People with big hearts, like, honestly, like these, like what I recognize from the couple of people who are in my life who have birthdays today. Very sensitive people who give a lot, very generous. Yeah. Love animals. They love animals. Okay. I don't want... The square brushes are great, but they don't do the same as a round brush, how I want them to do. So I'm gonna just get... This isn't the right blue. I almost need it to be a little bit more purple, so I'm going to make it more purple, and then we'll see. It's not going to get that. I need an ultramarine or a cobalt, and this is cyan. It's not going to get to the same. I may have to look to see if I've got an ultramarine. Hang on a second. Oh, I've got like a last squeeze of a little bit. Anyone else? Tell us how you take your coffee or your tea in the morning. That's better. So Susan said this little light here is actually the moon. It was a full moon when we went as well, Susan. It was incredible. Very pretty. Oh, there's no point in me doing that because it's not white underneath. I was going to, sorry, late for me. That's okay. Okay, I'm gonna get this color down here because I can. And I need it to be a little bit lighter underneath here as well, so. If you're coming with me to Oaxaca, we have a meet on Friday. So we're going to be looking at prepping pages in our sketchbooks for Oaxaca. We're doing a little bit of a demo. I met with Trova Trip again, was it last week? And they were like, where do you want to go next? And this would be for 2027. So I think I told you I have to send out a little questionnaire to you all to see if anybody is interested in going back to Oaxaca. Like I would go back every year in January. I think it's a great place to go back and ignite some energy for the year. It gets very dull and dark, and well, not dull because we have the snow, but it's you know, it's a long winter here. So, and I know that for some of you it is also a very long winter. I'm going to mix some of the blues together. So, I don't know, anyone interested in going to Oaxaca in 2027? I know that Melly said she was really interested. Julia says soy latte for me. Nice. And Leslie says espresso double with coconut milk. I don't think I've had an espresso with coconut milk. That's interesting. And C says coffee with oat creamer, later tea with the same, chai if I have it. And Julia says, no, how I take my coffee is soy latte. Oh, that's so funny. I thought you were saying so thought you were mixing your languages. I'm so late. Sorry, I'm so late. That is quite funny. Good morning. Good morning, Melissa. How are you? Oh, Susan says, what I would give for a Café de Olla from Oaxaca right now. I know. Café de Olla. And you know, Patricia's going to Oaxaca for a whole week. Soon, very soon. Yeah, Café de Olla. It really doesn't taste like coffee though, does it? It's very nice. Well, I mean, it does kind of taste like coffee, but it's a little bit sweeter. The only thing is, I feel like it gets cold too quickly, so I always ask them to make it hot. Okay, maybe this isn't the right blue either. I need like a sky blue. I'm just going to have to mix it and be okay with it. Then that says, black for me, but I'll have a latte with a shot of caramel when I'm out and about. Yeah, I usually go a little sweeter as well when I'm out and about, like as a treat, almost like a pick-me-up. Like I rarely, my husband's very good at sticking with the black coffee when he's out. I don't know, like some coffees just don't taste great, just black. So they need a little bit of help. Okay, I'll do the moon later when everything is drying. So if you didn't get it, we're going to do a collage paint and sketch or paint and draw, but it's not really a paint and draw. It'll be a collage and stick. May open this one up to all paying subscribers. There are 2 tiers in my Substack, and I know that some of you aren't members of the paint and draw, but maybe we'll open it up. And I wanted to do a concertina, and just I'll bring in some random images and they can inspire you, or you can just do your own stick and collage. Stick and fold. Melissa says, what's the art battle you're in on Saturday? It's called Paint Battle. Oshawa has an art festival, which is different from the art fair, but they're having a art festival called Convergence, and it's downtown Oshawa. And they have an art tent. The Oshawa Arts Association has an art tent, and they are running an art battle. The first part from 11:30 to I think 11:30 to 12:30 is for members of the Arts Association. And so I said, sure, I'll do that. I'll join in. And it's the same as art battle. It's 20 minutes a painting, and I showed it yesterday to everyone, the one that I'm going to be doing. Hopefully I'm going to do that. I won't show it now because this is live, so I don't want to give it away to anyone watching that's doing it. And what else? Yeah, so they've got, I think it's 2 rounds. They think they have 6 or 8 people participating, and then it'll go to final round. And then they also have a paint battle for students, which will be really fun to watch. But if no one is home, I will have to go home and let Piper out and then come back. And then I'm doing a live drawing session from 2 to 4, where I just set up my en plein air setup, and I can paint with that. Like they're not giving me an easel or anything. They're just like, bring your own setup. So I'm like, okay, I can do that too. So I'm gonna do that. I need to advertise that I'm gonna be at the art fair on the 4th and 5th of October, and I thought that would be a great way to do that, because it's people who are interested in art who are going to be there. So I'll see how that goes. And I haven't really put myself out there in my hometown here, so I thought I should probably start. Yeah. So that's what it is. I don't think we win anything. I don't think, like, it's just, you know, about, I think people do vote. I think, yeah, I think there are people who vote, but I think it's maybe just past. I don't think it's live or anything like that. I think it's just people who are there vote. But I'm not really expecting, it's not really about the winning, it's about the challenge. And so I'm going to do mine probably, I want to base it around travels. And then the live drawing, I have a couple of pet portraits to finish and do. So I thought, oh, I can do that. I can, you know, make it productive and get some work done as well. So those are my thoughts. I'm like, I'm not going to do something that I don't really, like, I'm not just going to paint. So, I mean, I could just paint, but. Good morning, Carolyn. Yes, I promote my portraits. I was gonna ask, maybe like on one of the live sessions, maybe I'll bring a chair with me and ask if somebody wants to sit for their portrait. So that could be a possibility. So I could do that. But you know, people they're not used to sitting for a very long time. Or I could sketch people, I was thinking, for 10 minutes and do 10-minute portraits. I could do that. Beautiful sky. Such a pretty sky. So, so pretty. Okay, now I can switch to my flat. Yeah, so I should really think about what else I can promote. I mean, there's, yeah, commissions and things like that. I could be finishing off a Christmas illustration that I do. I could do that. I could start and try and, you know, show people that. I think the pet portraits would be really good. I think, because that's something that I do get commissions for throughout the year. So, and I know that people like to spend money on their pets. So, but then also I would like to promote my trips. So I was thinking, oh, I could paint a Italy scene and a French scene from one of the towns that I'm going to. So that was also an option. I need basically 5-6 hours of painting time. Maybe if they don't have anyone after me, I can just stay. Patty says, that's a great idea to do pet portraits. Yeah. It's funny, the taxis are yellow in Oaxaca and they are green in San Miguel. And I need to lighten the road up a little bit. Nanette says, you need octopus arms. Oh yeah, now I need to train my brain to work on 2 different paintings at the same time with both my right and my left arm. Wouldn't that be good? Ooh, that would really need some skill to do that. And have your brain thinking from both your right side and your left side at the same time. I know that there's one girl who have you seen that reel? She like, she's very talented and can basically do 2 pictures at once. Like, it's very odd. Have you guys seen that? Reb says, I saw a girl that does that. Is she the same girl that paints, like draws with her feet? It's so bizarre. I don't know if it's like AI created, but it's like she has like picture, like a pad of paper underneath where she's sitting, and she draws with her feet. Like, and the drawings are very, very, like, they're very clear of what they are. It's not like a mess. She's drawing actual, like, whether it's an urban scape or, I'm sure it's the same person, Reb, that you and I both have seen. Oh, there's a little alley down here. Oops. Or the artist that does live quick portraits with both hands and without looking. Yes, I've seen her as well. That's almost like blind contour. I don't like, I feel like we could all do that. Yeah, that's her, Julia, the one I saw. Yeah, she sits there and she just looks, and it's almost like a live performance thing that she does. I know, I've seen her as well, but I'm like, yeah, everybody could do that. Not, you know, I mean, she does it very well, and she's, you know, thinking about, I mean, we don't all do it, but she does it. It's kind of cool. She's also talking to them. Yes, she's talking to them. She's, yeah, it's pretty, it's a very cool act. I think she gets hired by, like, for live art, she gets hired by big companies when they have events and things like that. Live events. Okay, this taxi could come over a little bit. And I feel like this street needs to disappear a little bit over here. My paint is too chunky. And these dots need to be smaller as they go off into the distance, and they're not really much smaller. Patricia says, you could easily do that. I'm not sure. I definitely know I can't be working on 2 paintings. I mean, we could try it like that. You know, that would be quite funny to watch. Watch Shar try to accomplish 2 paintings at the same time. I mean, I do feel like my left hand is kind of left behind. You know, like, it's not, it needs a job, but it doesn't have a job. Well, so if no one wants to come with me to Oaxaca in 2027, I may look at other places. But I would like to go somewhere warm in February 2027. There's always Costa Rica that is, I know, quite popular. I know some people have been there already. But the whole nature scene out there, see, I like nature, but I don't love all those, like, I don't know if I'll be good with like the monkeys that are bugging you and stuff like that, and insects, and so maybe that's not a good spot for me. Maybe a city. Or coastal Mexico. So they have one in near Playa Escondida, which is Oaxaca, but on the coast. That's also an option. So you get a little bit of the best of both worlds. You get the city, not of Oaxaca, not Oaxaca de Juarez, but you can, there's definitely the city of near Playa Escondida. I don't know, there's something about Oaxaca that I love. Julia says, come to Australia, it's warm in February. Oh, that's true. I wonder if, I think they do trips out to Australia. Okay, that can be light on the bottom there. I know it's hard. It is hard to think that far in advance. But, you know, it's kind of nice to think that far in advance. Because, so Italy now, that was planned a year and a half in advance, like the one we're going on in October. And look, we're here already. It just went so fast, like so fast. So, you know, time doesn't wait for us. It moves and travels, and that's why we have to travel and not wait for time. So, just saying. The nice thing about planning that far ahead is that if you don't think that, like, if it's something that maybe isn't in your budget right now, it could be because you can plan, like, right? It's like anything that you want to do in a larger scale. Like Australia, if there was an Australia trip, I definitely would have to plan it now for like a year and a half away. A lot of red lights down there. Okay, I'm going to get the trees on and then get those boxes in. And also maybe just correct take my smaller brush. Acrylic dries so quickly and doesn't come back. Susan says, I'd vote for Oaxaca Centro over the beach. Yeah, you went to the beach, didn't you? Did you go down there this time? I think I would as well. I think it's a very different experience to go to the beach, and you don't have all the museums and the great markets. Culturally, it's very different, I think. Just correct this little corner. I do like the people walking down there as well, so maybe I'll get the people on as well. And I need to darken some areas. Oh, thank you, C. It looks a little bit funny right now, but hopefully it'll come together once I put the trees in. Let's see if I've got some more. I need my squeezer. I don't know where my squeezer has gone. I know it's somewhere. Oh, there it is. I see it. Okay, well, this may be just enough. Hang on, first I'm going to get that trunk. Which is definitely like a ready brown color. I can make it a little bit more on the brighter side. There are some trees in there, but I don't need those right now. And this door is definitely lighter. Get that in. and then warm up these walls because they got a little bit cool. A lot of green lights up here. I'm not sure if I'll put the green lights on there. Susan says, yes, the beach is beautiful, but the city is so creatively inspiring. Yeah, it's very different. Patty, when you go, will you go down to the beach as well, or you don't go to the beach? Okay, so I've got a very dark brown, okay, or purple, and then I've got a more bluey purple. I may get my, I was going to get my 14B out, but no. Make that a bit wider. Get some twigs. And some of them are lighter because the light is catching them. Okay, and then we need some silhouettes. This should really be a darker green, so I'm just going to take my yellow, and then I picked up some white as well. How are we doing for time? Oh, 3 minutes. Don't think I'll be finished. Thank you all for joining this morning. I'm looking forward to seeing your nocturnal images. I will also be, we are now on the 16th, so I will be creating a Padlet for our market scenes. Please only post once I've shared the Padlet. Please only post if you are, like if it's coming from your camera roll of a market scene. And you can have multiple market scenes in your column, that's fine. I think it'll be a great challenge. Lots of busy images that we can tackle together. People, you can have people in your market scenes. This is for September. If you're just listening, we're going to do our monthly challenge. Is going to be market scenes from all around the world because we are a multi-international group. So thought it'd be great to do something like that. There are markets in every country. Did it come about when we were looking at the market book? Maybe that was where I took the inspiration from. Should be a little bit lighter. It's kind of lit up on the sidewalk. Oops. Let me get some people in here as well. Can I make it a little bit more light? Okay. Patricia says, I don't think so. I'd rather stay in town than travel to surrounding towns. Yeah. Susan says, good idea, Patricia. So much to do and see and paint in and around Central. Yeah, so much. Okay, you know what I just noticed? I want to get the walls here a little bit brighter. Not sure if I can just do like a little... There we go. Almost like a warm tone over the top. They have that glow to them, even though it's like a pink, but there's a bit of a weird glow on them. All right, let's get this tree on here. Too watery for some reason. It's not opaque enough. I'm gonna put just some leaves on here. Maybe it's my brush that's too watery. I rarely add water to my paint, so my paint is whatever it is coming out of the tube. Maybe I need to try that thick, like the more the what's it called, heavy body paint. a bit of a lighter touch at the top here. We'll watch later. Oaxaca, of course, Amy says. Of course, I know. Well, you know, I mean, the trip is all sold out. So I really don't need to advertise it more other than saying I think everybody should go. Not necessarily just to Oaxaca, but Mexico. It is a beautiful country that has gotten a lot of bad rap. And Susan put this image in, so it's perfect. Perfect for today. And that can be a little bit darker of a gray and not as dark. All right, I think I'm done as I completely keep going. Thank you for joining, everybody. Tomorrow is another day. Oh, I didn't do the people. Tomorrow is another day with you guys painting here on YouTube and doing nocturnal images, which we love. Blue, you can't really see the colors of what they're wearing. And now I've made it a little bit too bulky there. I need a really tiny, tiny brush for those little bits. Like the shoes. All right. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the picture. It was really lovely to draw it today. And I hope you all have really great days. If I don't see you in my class, you can still join if you want. We are in Algeria today, and we still have 2 classes this week, and you can join and catch up with the other ones that you've missed. Okay, these bits are going to annoy me if I don't just grab a little bit of light. This one is not in, doesn't have any light on this one. All right, done. Thank you, Marielle. And yeah, so have a think about collage, grabbing some of your scrap papers and everything, and I thought we could just have a playful collage and stick session for paint and draw this week. I will find some really random images and populate a Padlet, and we can make a nice big concertina, and you can stick and cut and stick. Okay. Have a great day, everybody, and I will see you tomorrow or later today. Bye, everyone.